Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Stellaris. And in the last video, we finished off the war against the Cyragog conglomerate over here and took some planets. And we also liberated a planet, so there's a new empire over here. But also, my relationships in the Federations are starting to deteriorate, and I lost the Bothrians from the Federation. They just recently left at the end of the last video. I'm going to have to deal with some of these things here as well, but we'll take a look at that in a second. The one thing I want to take a look at is my contacts. Because as you can see, my relationship with a lot of these empires is really deteriorating. That's because we're losing the embassy bonus, and we're replacing it with the trust bonus, but we haven't had time to build it up. So it's more of a loss, and I think the problem with that is we're losing our relationships, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it because the trust has not been able to build up as enough. Interestingly, we can demand vassalization here. Now, we did lose a Federation member, and we did need 4 members to form in the first place, but it doesn't look like the Federation disbanded, so it looks like we can continue forward without it. I'd like to vassalize these guys if I could, but didn't look like that was likely to happen. Yeah, they have too much population to be willing to do that. All right, well.
Debris analyzed. Incoming transmission.
All right, so okay, so these guys over here want to do the migration thing as well, which is going to improve our relations. We're getting the treaty. Let's talk to them here. So they are the allied Cyragog nations. So they might like me because I liberated them. Usually you get a liberation bonus. And they also like us because they're materialists, and so are we. So let's communicate with them. We can demand vassalization, which they will accept. I think that works for me. Okay, so we're going to send that to them. Now they're our vassals. Okay. So now the problem I have is, well, first off, who are my rivals with? Let's take a look at that. So, I think I'm rivals with the Cyragog, who now have been really beaten down, so they're not as much of a threat. Okay, so I'm also rivaled with these guys, which just got beat down by my ally in the Federation. And I'm rivaled to these guys. I don't know. See, it doesn't really tell you who's rivaling who, though. Let's see if we can figure that out by clicking on myself. Yeah. Okay. So I want to rival these guys now. I mean, I don't have a direct border with them. But I might have to get rid of a rivalry to do that. So let's see if we can do that. Yeah, I can only have 3 rivals at a time. But I'm assuming I don't get very much influence from the Cyragog here. So we could end rivalry. And then instead rival these guys. There we go. I think the problem is, though, is I'm so dominant in the galaxy, I don't get much of a bonus from pretty much anyone. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue time here. And right now, it's just a matter of reforming the fleet and building it up. Oh, I have to deal with this stuff. Okay, so this planet is starving for some reason. Why are they starving? Alright, well, they have that. Just too many people for how much population they have? I mean, they are working the food in this. Oh, well, that's an easy fix. They don't have any administrative building? That's weird. Did it get blown up when I took the planet? Okay. So that will remedy the food. It'll take time, because it takes time to build things. The other thing we can do is build them a spaceport. Now, this is the only planet I capped out of all those planets, so hopefully the sectors can take control of that. I also have unemployment. Where is the unemployed population? But there's something here. Why were these deactivated? Probably because the energy credit cost. Could be. Alright, so that should get rid of the unemployment. Okay. And they're not very happy right now because they're recently conquered and a bunch of other stuff. Starvation, I can't do anything about. Okay. And this planet is almost back up and running. For the most part. Okay. And we can deal with part of the problems of that food shortage once the spaceport is built, because I can put in the food producing module. Okay, so they're not rivals with me anymore, which is fine. I mean, they're not really a valid rival to me anyway. Okay, nothing in that debris. Not surprising. Alright. Just wish we would get rid of all the energy consumption that is becoming problematic. Okay, so we've got more of the Enlightenment progress. The primitive aliens on Neuland that we are sharing our technology with seem delighted at our presence. They are flocking to the enclaves we have established on their surface, and our scientists are constantly bombarded with questions about our culture and history. This eagerness by the Glastwerheni to learn more about us has accelerated our mission to bring their civilization up to the space age. We have revised our initial time estimates. All right. So I think they're becoming more like me. So they already had the materialist bonus, and now they're getting, I think, xenophobia. Not xenophobia, xenophilia. Let's take a look at that. So Enlightenment's almost done, looks like. Yeah. Only one more point to go. Good. Finally get to see how that works. Okay. Otherwise, we're just continuing.
Special project complete.
Okay, so we remove the implants. All right. Yeah, this is pretty much the same message we got before. We just get some society research out of it. Okay, so you. Last time you were supposed to be assisting research on Test. Oh, you don't have a scientist. Why is that? Did one die? It looks like it. So, let's see here. We could get this guy, which is cheaper to recruit. Or we could get somebody that has a bonus. Who's working on our research right now? All these guys get bonuses for the most part. The only real problem is this guy's bonus isn't working in favor with that. All right, well, let's look at the leaders that are available again as far as scientists. I mean, I'd like to pick ones that are younger for obvious reasons, but it looks like even then we're looking at mostly older scientists. You know what? I'll take the field manipulation guy. For the meantime, you're going to be working spaceship here. Now you can come over to test and assist. That's why that ship was sitting there not doing anything. Okay. I think I'm going to put it on a faster speed here so we can get things going. I'll keep an eye on this planet. All right, debris, yay. All right. Ooh. Got the Enlightenment completed. All right, so the thousands of scientists and advisors we sent to Nolian have finally completed the arduous task of bringing the local civilization up to an early space age level of technology. Under their new unified government, the aliens are now style themselves as the Glosperhani Star Commonwealth, and they have agreed to become our vassals. Our observation post above their homeworld has been dismantled as per the conditions of our treaty with them. Okay, so they should become a vassal. All right, that's cool. I don't think we lost any meaningful resources. We lost a little bit of minerals. And there was an outpost here. Yeah, see this outpost. That's interesting. It counts this as both in my space, but also controlled by the other race. Interesting. All right, well, let's take a look at my new vassal here. That's these guys. And they look like they're cat people. That's great. So they are individualists that are xenophiles. So this is an old trait for them. They're fanatic xenophiles, which we're not, but they are materialists, which we are fanatic about, but they're not. So there are slight deviations between us and them. They're our protectorate because they don't have anywhere near the tech level that we do. All right. Let's go ahead and communicate with them. And we cannot offer them a migration treaty because they must be independent. Okay, that's good to know. All right. And I'm going to assume that my fleet is now in orbit because I don't have the massive energy loss that I used to have. So let's go ahead and select all of them and tell them to merge up. And let's see what kind of power we have as a fleet right now. And also where the fleet is. Okay. So I'm building cruisers like crazy at the moment. Yeah, so I have another 4 queued up after the one that we're working on right now, so 5 total. So right now, the composition of the fleet has not yet reached the power it was before it got smacked around a little bit in a couple wars. I think we need to have more corvettes and destroyers for sure. After those 5 ships get completed, we'll have 20 cruisers. The only thing is I can't really afford them right now because of the energy credit loss. So until I take care of that, we're just going to have to wait and see. All right, so what can we do about the energy losses? Well, first off, this is a building. I mean, we can build a building here, so let's do that. And I would like a... There's not a lot of mining going on here, so I'm not going to do the processing plant. I'm just going to do a normal mining network. Okay. So this is one of the planets that was a big energy producer for me. I could ramp that up. Get rid of some of these science labs and get power generation instead. What is this? Oh, okay. That's that one plant. Okay. This is important, so we'll keep that for sure. I think that is probably one of the more intelligent calls, is start getting rid of some of these science facilities and replace them with power generation, because that's a little bit easier of a switch. Alternatively, I could get rid of mining. This planet doesn't make a whole lot of sense, though, because it's got the bonus. I could do a similar thing on my home planet, because my home planet is not producing a lot of power. Got a couple Bothrian plants, but outside of that, nothing else. I mean, I've got the Research Institute, which actually drains a lot of energy. Well, I definitely want to keep research buildings on this planet because of the Research Institute. This is a tough call. Producing a lot of food. That might be one thing I do. Get rid of food production. Because the population doesn't need it. So let's get rid of this. And replace it with power generation. Do I have a power hub on this planet? I don't think I do. Oh, no, I do. Right here. So we're just going to do a normal power plant. Alternatively, we could do visitor center, but that doesn't make sense on this planet, I don't think. All right. So I am going to do the power plant. We're going to lose 6 food, but according to the planetary summary, we should be fine still with the loss of that much food. That'll help with some energy credits. Otherwise, I might as well have time tick while I'm doing this. I'll just do it at a slower speed. I gotta figure out how to get energy credits somehow. I mean, I'm working all the buildings here.
Analyzed.
Alright, more debris. Physics research, thanks. Alright. I could build more power generation units here. I just wish I had more Betharian. I may have lost some Betharian through these different wars. I could have swore this area had some. Well, I do need to survey some of these planets I'm noticing. So, this science ship. You know, this debris is kind of a waste of time. So why don't you just come in here and just survey the system? In my opinion, the debris gives me science here and there, but it's mostly a waste of time. I'd like to come in here to survey all these systems and get it over with. But I have a feeling I know about what resources are there. Possible I don't, though. Yeah, there probably are resources in here that I'm missing out on. In any case, we'll start that survey up. Matter of fact, I'm going to send, I think, this ship. Actually, the one science ship that's on its way. That's who I'm going to send. I would like you to come up here and start surveying systems. That'll give you a nice experience that you currently don't have. Now, I do have the policy that increases the cost and should increase the skill level of... That guy only has 1 skill level. I don't... Is that policy not working correctly?
Construction complete.
Or did I not enact it? Yeah, selected lineage. You should have leader skill level up 1. I don't know. Do you have... Okay. This got finished. Alright, the building is there. But... Oh, here we go. We can upgrade this. Let's go get on that. I'm looking carefully to see if we have any other upgrades. I mean, I have upgrades to power generation, which is good. But I don't see any more upgrades to food. So what I'm going to do... Oops. Clicked off of it. Go to the spaceport here. I gotta build the solar panel array first. Kind of feel like. But we don't want the starvation to continue. So I'm going to do the hydroponic farm first. Then I'm going to build next level so that we can get the solar panel array. Just get that moved on. Because starvation is obviously very bad. And hopefully this doesn't take too long.
Construction complete.
All right. So we don't have any unoccupied buildings on this planet
Construction
anymore.
complete.
So it's just a matter of getting the food production on this planet back up.
System survey complete.
And then we'll get the happiness back up because they won't be starving anymore. Alright, so it looks like we're full on resources again. Yeah, and look, there are definitely resources here. So, I don't know where all these guys are, but you're over there. Come in here and build mining station. We will get some energy credits. Why are you going that way? Stupid way to go. Do I even have permission to move that way? Oh, I guess I do because of the open border thing. I guess it's a shorter path with that, with the hyperspace lanes because there's this big disconnect here. Okay, where's another construction ship? Over there. All right, well, you might as well start getting over this way so that you don't have to send you across the entirety of the galaxy here. Move there. I see that guy has a more direct path. We have another construction ship over here. How about you go over there as well? Okay. Start rebuilding some of the resources in here.
Research complete.
Oh, that's right. I have to get rid of minerals. Okay. Oh, you can have some. And I guess I'll just get everybody up to 5,000. And that should be good for the minerals for quite a while. Okay. And you know what, I'll go... Well, I do want to keep an eye on this. We'll go faster speed here for a little while. Alright. How's the starvation? That should go away now. There it goes.
Research complete.
And spaceports being worked on. And we have the hyper shields. So, of all those things that we have to work on, better sensors, probably a good call. Construction time is always good. Upgrade to another level of lasers. There are, I think, maybe our Corvettes still use lasers. Oh, definitely. We need power generation. Give me that. And you also have research finished. What does this do? Alright, powerful explosives. So I'm going to assume better for missiles or something like that. And torpedoes, maybe. Kind of like the ship hull points overall it gives my fleet. Although we could start working on the neutronium materials. Probably should. Yeah, we'll work on that. Okay. No longer do we have starvation. Energy credits is still a problem, but we're working on it. Now, the one planet I replaced food production. Yeah, there we go. I would like to upgrade this a lot. And what do we got here? Inactive buildings. Oh, population point must have migrated. Well, that's not good. I'm going to have to move somebody that's working on research over to there. So we get that research, obviously. Alright, and what else is going on? Grim has inactive. So food production. Now, considering that we don't need the food production... I think I'd rather have food, though, than the minerals. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Who else has... I wonder if we have a lot of migration going on because of the open border nonsense. Well... Here's a science facility. We could just have one of the new populations pop in there. Yeah, that sounds like a good call. And over here... We have a lot of inactive buildings, so there's not a whole lot. Oh, but I can do this. Upgrade planetary capital. So we can get more power generation. It's always good. Because it means we can upgrade some of the facilities. Alright. I'm going to have to keep an eye on test and make sure we do the upgrade. Again, because I'm sure there's a couple more levels that we can upgrade our power generation. And we're currently working on more power generation here. But that will take a while, I mean, because it's a further down the line tech. Oh, and we've got a bunch of stuff inactive. Forgot to keep sending these guys to survey, so... Survey that system, and then survey that system, and survey that system. There. That will queue up a bunch. We have our other science ship currently working. We'll queue up a survey over here. So we've got that being worked on. Okay, so you're over here, but we haven't really surveyed anything else because I messed up. So you're just going to have to wait. All right. I think we're getting the energy production under control here a little bit. Then when this gets upgraded, we can queue the next module, which will give me energy production, which will definitely help.
Construction complete.
Let's speed up a little bit. All right, so what did I produce? I don't remember.
Construction complete.
All right. Might have been this. Yeah, I think I produced that. All right, so let's go to here, grab a module, and do the solar panel network. And then on the surface, we're going to upgrade the administration building again, which will produce more food, but it'll also produce or allow me to upgrade things more. So we can upgrade energy production facilities and what have you. And oh, we're getting some space turtles on this planet.
Complete.
Okay. So over on test, we need to upgrade again. And I think that is the highest level currently until I get the next tech level.
System survey complete.
Okay, so system survey down there. You're already queued to go somewhere else. There's going to be some things that I have to repair with the construction ships, but you know what? Rather than just have them sit around, why don't you come do that instead so that we can use you when we need you, but you're not draining any resources. Alright, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.